I'm Captain Grant Coppin. Thanks for watching.
Alright, this week just south of the JFK Causeway, we've been catching good oversized black drum, crab, sea lice, live shrimp, have been working best. The thing that's got me the most excited though is the birds that I see working in the ICW. That means we've got our bait showing up and our tide runners are going to be right behind it. I haven't been able to fish these yet, but I guarantee you there are a ton of trout in the ICW right now. And if you want to catch some of the bigger keeper fish, right here on the edges where some of the bait has come up into the flats, you know, we're starting to get some of our spring tides coming in. You'll see some of those better keeper trout and reds both on the edges, west and east side of the ICW. Over here in Nighthawk, we've been catching good numbers of redfish, black drum, a few occasional trout in here. The tide came up, but the good thing is it's been really windy, and whenever Nighthawk gets kind of murked up and windy, a little off color, sandy color green, it's really good. The only time I don't like to fish Nighthawk is when it's crystal clear. That's kind of a no-go for me in Nighthawk. But when it's real murky and muddy in here, that's when I like to come in here and catch lots of good redfish, drum, and a few occasional trout. Over here in the Packard channel, we've still been seeing the goats, lots of good sheephead coming through. I see that pattern to continue on at least for another week, and starting to see those tide runners showing up, which really got me excited to see our trout coming back into the bays after that hard freeze this February. Lots of bait coming in through here, catching mixed bags, trout, reds, and drum. Over here on the back side of the tide gauge bar, starting to see our spring tide runners showing up in here, getting a few good trout, redfish, really catching a lot of good reds. Topwaters has been what I've been catching them on. A lot of black drum, catching them on live shrimp all the way down to East Clayburg Point. East Clayburg Point's been producing. Been catching mixed bags of drum and reds, few occasional trout, but a lot of little ones. So come in here, get some live shrimp, get some topwaters, have some good springtime action. Over here on the south shore around Marker 9 Rocks, I've been over here fishing for the black drum, using live shrimp. It's kind of been a good escape from coming down to Compuerta. I know I put that in a report last week, and Compuerta still has fish in it, but I've been coming over here, kind of getting away from the crowd, still catching good fish. The thing over here is there's lots of rocks. You can hit like 3 to 5 foot of water and put those shrimp either in their popping cork or just put them on the bottom and just wait for those fish, because a lot of times you show up to a rock and you may not catch anything right off. Give it 10 or 15 minutes. If you don't catch anything in 15 minutes, just put the power poles up, drift on up to the next rock, and some of the rocks have a ton on it and some just a few. So almost made that mistake the other day. I came in here, sat there for 30 minutes and was just about to head down to the land cut, and I stayed a little bit longer and ended up putting 18 fish in the box, 2 bull reds, 1 slot red, a trout, and 14 drum.
I'm Captain Grant Coppin with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report.